What if I told you that the world you think you're living in doesn't actually exist the way you think it does? Not because reality is fake, but because the version of reality you consciously experience is only a carefully assembled construction, a controlled hallucination. A hallucination so perfect, so precise, so endlessly convincing that you trust it with your life every second. You walk across streets believing your eyes are showing you cars, people, lights. But they're only delivering electrical fragments. The world you navigate is a smooth story your brain stitches together from messy, incomplete pieces. If you doubt that, think about a moment in your life where you were absolutely certain you saw something, only to realize later that it wasn't what you thought. Maybe you thought you saw someone you knew in a marketplace and felt your heart lift, only to get closer and discover it was a stranger. In that split second, your brain didn't wait for confirmation. It predicted the face it expected to see and hallucinated familiarity into a stranger's features. You didn't see the wrong person. You saw your brain's interpretation. Neuroscientist Anil Seth, E.S., famous line, echoes here. We're all hallucinating all the time. When we agree about our hallucinations, we call it reality. Most people hear that and think it's a metaphor. It isn't. It's literal. It's scientific. Think of the way your brain handles motion. When you ride in a fast car and stare out the window, the world looks stable, even though your eyes should be overwhelmed by rapid motion blur. But your brain cancels out the car's motion because it predicts it. That's why when you suddenly stop the car, for a second, you feel like you are still moving. Because your prediction didn't update fast enough. That dizzy moment, that's your brain's hallucination cracking open. Or consider shadows. Sometimes you see something in the corner of your eye at night, a shape, a person, a movement, and your heart jumps. Then you turn your head and realize it was just a coat on a chair or a bag on the floor. Your eyes gave incomplete information. Your brain completed the picture with the most likely explanation, often based on fear, memory, or past experiences. The world didn't trick you. Your brain did. Daily life is full of these invisible predictions. When your brain auto-completes a sentence someone is saying, or when you misread a word, but are sure you saw something else, that's your brain predicting faster than your senses can verify. When you think someone said your name even though they didn't, that expectation shaping perception. When you reach for your phone because you felt a phantom vibration, even though it didn't vibrate at all. That as your brain generating a false signal because it predicted the feeling before checking reality. Even our social experiences are colored by prediction. Think of the last time you misread someone's tone over a text. Your brain inserted emotion that wasn't actually there, or when someone didn't reply to your message, and your mind instantly invented a story about why they ignored you. In reality, they may simply have been busy, but your brain's predictive system filled in the gap, and you believed the hallucination as truth. This is why the great physicist Max Planck said, "We do not see things as they are, we see them as we are." Your perception is always personal, filtered through your beliefs, expectations, fears, and past experiences. Your brain is a prediction machine. Carl Friston, the pioneer of predictive coding, explained that your brain continuously guesses the world, then corrects errors only when its guesses don't match incoming sensory input. You hear what you expect. You see what you expect. You feel what you expect. And sometimes, your expectations dominate your perception completely, creating a hallucination that feels indistinguishable from reality. Think about reading text quickly. Sometimes you skim through a message, and your brain inserts words that are not written there, because you predicted what should come next. You only realize the mistake when you slow down. The text didn't change. Your brain's prediction did, or walking into a bakery. Before you even smell anything, your brain recreates the memory of warm bread or sweet pastries based on past visits. Sometimes the bakery is not even baking anything at that moment, but your brain smells it anyway. That phantom smell feels real because expectation activates the same brain pathways as real sensory input. Or the classic everyday experience. You are home alone and you hear a sound in another room. You instantly imagine someone walking, or something falling, or the shape of a person. Your brain generates a visual and emotional scene from a single auditory hint. The scene is not real, yet your heart rate changes, your breathing shifts, your muscles tense. A hallucination produces a real physiological response. Even your emotions alter your reality. When you are sad, the world looks darker, meals taste duller, music feels heavier. When you are excited, colors seem brighter, time seems faster, and everything feels meaningful. The world didn't change. You did. Color, too, is pure hallucination. Richard Feynman said it well. Light is only waves. Color is what the brain makes of them. If two people look at the same apple, they may literally experience different shades. But both label it red because language compresses subjective perception into shared meaning. Look at illusions. The Müller-Lyer illusion. Two lines of equal length, but one looks longer because of arrow-shaped ends. Your eyes do not measure the lines. Your brain interprets them based on built-in shortcuts. Or consider how your vision fills in missing pieces. When clouds obscure the sun, your brain predicts the missing light and color, giving you a stable, complete scene. Even the simple act of typing on your phone in the dark is a perfect example. You barely see the keys, yet your fingers find them automatically. Your brain predicts distance, size, and position with astonishing accuracy. That internal map is a hallucination guiding your hands. Time isn't absolute in perception either. When you're bored, 1 minute feels like 5. When you're thrilled, 5 hours disappear. Your subjective clock is a hallucination shaped by attention, emotion, and expectation. Memory is even more unreliable. Think of a childhood memory you hold dear, a birthday, a school day, a holiday. You feel certain about how it looked. But if 10 people gave their version of the same event, each version would be different. Not because someone is lying, but because memory rewrites itself each time it's recalled. Elizabeth Loftus proved memories can even be planted. People can be convinced they experienced events that never happened. That means your most emotional memories, your happiest and saddest moments, are partly hallucinations your brain added without your permission. Consider how your brain constructs people's intentions. Someone pauses before answering you, and instantly your brain creates a story. They are upset. They are hiding something. They're judging me. These stories come from your past, not from the actual moment. That pause was a blank, and your brain filled it with your fears or moods. This is why arguments happen. Two people live the same moment, but walk away with different realities, because each brain predicted and interpreted differently. The conflict is not just between two perspectives, it is between two hallucinated worlds. Even your body feels like a prediction. When you spin in a circle as a child and suddenly feel dizzy, the world seems to spin even after you stop. The world isn't a T-moving. Your brain predicted continuous motion, and it takes time to update the model. That dizzy moment is a hallucination revealing itself. Pain works similarly. Two people can have the same injury, but experience completely different pain. The brain interprets incoming signals according to context, past experience, fear, attention, and expectation. Soldiers in combat often report no pain after severe injury because the brain prioritizes survival over sensation. And yet, despite these hallucinations, you function remarkably well. You drive, walk, talk, laugh, cry, work, love, and navigate complex social worlds, all based on predictions that feel like reality. That your brain can hallucinate this convincingly every second for decades is a marvel of evolution. The philosopher Immanuel Kant once observed, "We do not see things as they are. We see things as they appear to us." Modern neuroscience confirms it. Your brain hallucinates your conscious reality, but this hallucination is not meaningless. It is your life. It is your world. Your home. Your story. Your moments of love, joy, heartbreak, hope, and ambition are all experienced inside this internal world that your brain built. And the fact that it feels real, that it feels undeniable, is what allows you to thrive, to connect, to create, and to survive. So the next time you are absolutely certain about something, someone's expression, the memory of an event, or even the color of an object, pause. Remember, Certainty is your brain's confident hallucination. And yet, somehow, this intricate, continuous, invisible hallucination is your reality. It is the only reality you will ever know. And in that realization lies a profound beauty. Your brain hallucinates your conscious reality. But within that hallucination, you experience life in all its complexity, color, sound, emotion, and meaning. That is where humanity truly exists. That is where you truly live.